Good afternoon, Houston. This is attorney Anthony Push from the Push & Win Law Firm, wishing you all a safe drive home. But in the event you do get involved in an accident, you know who to call. 833-PUSH-WIN. We push, you win.
104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here. Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And Ding Dong. Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning.
Morning, Houston. It's Friday.
To party.
Yeah. It's Friday, June 9, 2023, 6:01 a.m. And the whole gang is here ready to celebrate the kickoff to the weekend. Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam.
Hi.
Happy Friday, y'all.
Yay.
I'm glad y'all survived the storm last night.
Power didn't come on until like 1 a.m. where I'm at, but
I had nothing happen at all at
What?
my house.
Same,
well, I'm
Kevin.
glad.
Yeah.
I just told them before you got in here, I feel like I missed out like a news story. Everyone's talking about this. And I was at the dentist, so I guess it must have happened when I was in there, but nobody said anything. And when I came out, I was waiting for what y'all were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I could smell the rain. I could feel the cooler air.
Windy.
As of 9 p.m. last night, 165,000 people were still without power.
Wow.
I tried calling Centerpoint, and it was just like, it was overloaded. Like, they couldn't handle all the calls.
People
It
are
was
laughing
so
at me
bad.
because I spent like $50-$60 on this AstroTurf pee thing
That's
for my
all
dog.
pee-pad.
A pee pad for your
And
dog.
it
For the balcony of the high rise?
And all of a sudden I heard this noise. I'm like, what the hell? I look out. It was gone.
It's gone?
I don't know where it went flying like 20 stories up.
Man.
But
Really,
It
the
was-
question is, Eric, where did it land?
someone's driving like, pff, what the hell's this?
Oh,
Yeah, or did
my
it like flew
God.
out and like ended up on another balcony?
I have no idea.
Around the
I heard noise. I'm like,
Eric's lost someone's game. Wow, look, hon, we've got a new lawn on our balcony.
Wait, you know what's gonna happen, guys? He's gonna get an email later today from like the building, and
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, we had an incident on the 12th floor.
Knocked some old
A
lady down.
flying aerial object slammed into the
Please
sliding glass
secure
doors
your
and
items,
shattered them.
yeah.
that's all I'll see. The
Soaked in
security.
urine.
Shattered the doors.
My dog never even used it. I was thinking about taking it back because I had 30
Can you
days.
secure it, though, or could you put a cinder block on top of it to get another one?
Then how would the dog pee if you put a cinder block on it?
Well, it's
There's
big
only
enough
in the
one
to where
corners.
you might be able to...
Yeah, you
Make
weigh
it look like
down.
a fire hydrant.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
it's
that's a good idea.
attractive.
He never uses it anyway. He just sits there and sits on it, looks at me. I'm like,
Aw.
no.
No, it's a serious story.
Well,
There
maybe
was-
you need to instigate it. Maybe you need to pee on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where does
no.
he go if he doesn't go on that green pee pad outside?
Let's take him downstairs.
Oh,
That's
you gonna
a-
make him
that's
wait that
A
long?
lot of walking.
Well, my wife takes him in the morning, then I do it in the afternoon.
That's it?
He only
Dogs
pees twice a day?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Well,
Hold up.
My dog
You can
goes out
control
like
this?
10 times a day.
Wait, you can control when a dog goes?
I mean,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah, depends on the dog.
He doesn't.
If they're used to that,
He's used
then
to
they're
holding.
fine. Yeah.
Gets like 3 times. He gets one at like noon, but that's every other day.
Wait till they get older.
Wow.
They're like people. My dog is just like me.
I got a pee
Gets
pad
up to
just in
pee 3
case.
times a night.
I got a pee pad in the laundry room just in case he has to go.
Yeah, where's your dog go?
Yeah, go down.
Just kidding.
All right, Monday morning, 7:20. We'll try and get you a Roses update with Maritza and see how the weekend went.
Today, also at 8:20 this morning, we are going to give you the first chance at winning something for summer of 2020 free, where every person who wins something becomes a finalist for $10,000, which we'll be
Nice.
awarding at the end of the summer. So 3 times a day at 8:20, 1:20, and 5:20, you have a chance to get something. Today's prize at 8:20 is George Lopez tickets at Smart
that's fun.
Financial Center, June 25th. So y'all stay tuned for that. And coming up next in Scoop, I have an observation I would like to tell y'all about in the room.
I have an observation I
see
want to
what
observe.
see what you guys think. It's something that we've all grown up with on TV. And it's like, for the first time as an adult, it really sunk in. Like, what in the hell are we looking at? And everybody watches this around the country every day. See if anybody else thinks the way I just had this, what'd you just realize moment from something you've watched on TV your whole life. I'll tell you about it in Scoop. Here's your weather for today.
Okay, so it does look like the weekend forecast is hot. We may actually see more strong thunderstorms late on Saturday afternoon. So today doesn't look so bad, but Saturday we could be getting this all over again. Saturday storms may produce gusty straight line winds and small hail. Today, lots of sunshine. It's going to be gorgeous, high of 95. However, there is an air quality alert once again because of this ozone from all the smog. Right now, 71 degrees and 610 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
is Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you guys that, well, not only are we excited that it's Friday, we're giving away a chance for you to win $10,000 here on KRBE for the summertime. It's called the Summer of 2020 Free. And at 8:20 every morning, we give you a word to text us. The 104th texter gets the call back. You win a prize that makes you the finalist for the $10,000. And all the prizes are really great, like Madonna tickets and, comedy tickets. So today we have George Lopez tickets. That'd be really nice.
Events happening around H-Town.
Yes, around H-Town. Okay, so this is my observation that's dumb. You know how I love to go to the grocery store? Special K has busted me in the clearance aisle at the grocery store before. When I was a kid, being the one of 5 children, we all had little different jobs. And when I would go to the grocery store with my mom, I just paid extra attention to the prices of things. So when I was a kid watching The Price is Right, sometimes I could tell what the price was. But oftentimes, and tell me if you guys, first part of my question is, did you guys watching The Price is Right growing up ever actually know of the products they were using? Never in my life had I ever heard of or seen Dinty Moore beef stew. Yet even in 2023, they still have that as one of the guessing prizes. Dinty Moore beef stew.
That's old school.
It's kind of it's like one step above dog food.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
I've never had it, or chunky soup. They would always have chunky soup on the games.
I used to eat it a lot.
The Dinty Moore beef stew, the beef chunks themselves have tentacles that kind of hang off of them.
I don't know. They're
God.
tentacles. It's
Ew,
stringy.
It's called dental floss. It's extra.
It's stringy.
Ew. Okay,
You eat
the
it
other
and then
one
it
that
goes
made me
on your
laugh.
teeth.
The other one that made me laugh is garlic. Garlic is capsules of garlic. That's gonna, I don't know how the hell they would describe it during the stupid games, but how all of us would just watch these games and none of these products actually exist. I had to do a deep dive because I'm such a weirdo. How do they pick these products? Have you ever used the products you've ever seen on Price is Right? I've never used them ever.
The denture cleaner, not yet.
Well, because their target demo is a little bit older crowd. The only time I ever watched Price is Right when I was homesick from school.
I feel like a lot of college kids used to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying now, but in the 90s.
I definitely watched it religiously with Bob Barker on
Yes,
it.
at U of H
Bob
in
was
the
the man.
satellite, they had a TV room. They had ABC room, CBS room, NBC room. Excuse me. The ABC room was in the biggest, when you first walked in the satellite, I haven't been in the satellite in a long time at U of H, or UH now. But when you'd walk into the satellite, the biggest screen TV was the ABC TV. And at the time I was walking in, All My Children was on. So a lot of people were gathered around that. Then the CBS room, whatever. I would come in there for certain times and Price is Right was on. Everyone's watching it. And people are trying to guess the prizes. And I think it's because it was a communal TV. So my deep dive today of what you just realized is I've never used a product I've ever seen them bid on The Price is Right.
See, that's why, if you watch that documentary, The Perfect Bid, where this guy, he just watched the show. They used the same prizes over and over and over again. So all he did was study the prices of everything, every item that they use in that show, because they recycle it over and over again. It's called The Perfect Bid. And this guy, he won both showcases.
But I feel like the prices changed the price.
Yeah, because I looked.
eggs, they're down 32%, we read this week. But remember, 2 months ago, they were
Crazy.
But remember,
Nutri-Grain bars have never been on The Price is Right that I recall.
They
and I
tape
would buy
these
those all the
things.
time. I knew how much they cost.
my buddy's actually the announcer. He's George. Come on down. You're the
Yeah.
next contestant. So,
George Gray?
Yeah, George Gray. So they tape them all in a big block.
Yeah.
So they don't necessarily reflect the price changes in the economy because they all,
I was wondering.
they tape them all in one
But they're
big
getting
block.
paid by those.
Well-
Dinty Moore is paying prices.
Well, actually,
right?
Product
do they?
placement, yeah.
Eric, I looked it up.
Or are they not?
Does The Price is Right get paid for their products during the games?
should.
They say some brands will pay for the placement, and the way you know that is at the end. If anybody's ever watching credits, in the small print, they show the items. But most of the stuff on The Price is Right is chosen by the producers and paid for out of pocket. Isn't that interesting?
That is really interesting.
That's my
weird.
side observation. Would you just realize I've never had garlic or Dinty Moore beef?
Garlic capsules.
I used to like potatoes in the Dinty Moore beef stew.
That was the best part.
Yeah.
Not the stringy
I've
meat.
never had that.
No?
Try it Tuesday.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
no.
no.
We've never had
Please
Dinty Moore
don't.
beef
You ever
stew.
had Wolf Brand chili?
I have.
Well, that's
No.
different. Wolf Brand chili is not as bad as Dinty Moore.
Wait, you've never had Wolf Brand chili, Sam?
No.
No?
Never, never, not
No.
a hot
Oh, my
dog,
God,
nothing,
we
not
have
with
lived
on
mixed
this
in with
Maybe-
Velveeta.
On a hot dog or something?
Maybe if that's what they offered, but it wasn't like that was the known thing.
You're not going out of your way to get it.
You know what I mean? It wasn't advertising of chili dogs.
Because you got the
with
meat
that.
hookup.
Bill, my
Yeah,
meat
Bill.
guy.
The
Bill
meat
just-
guy.
He is so sweet.
That's a delivery
He
of meat.
texted me yesterday because he got Santi a little swing. He's like, "How's the little man loving it?" I'm like, "Thank you, Bill."
Oh, how nice.
He's a sweet dude.
So he's your meat connection?
He's,
meat man.
I call him my meat
Hey,
daddy.
he kept sending me
Oh
meat.
my God, the meat.
He sent me meat, so I'm like, I knew Kevin and Sam would enjoy the meat more than me. Another hot beef injection. And now they all became.
Good friends. He's so sweet. Yeah.
Okay, another story I want to hit y'all with is
And he gets meat free from his clients or something from like
Yeah.
North Dakota or something,
And
right?
it's like the best meat ever.
It is. It's the Wagyu.
The
didn't you say it's like they
Wagyu.
brings you like frozen
like you used to send them the big
Ground
Remember
beef?
those? There's like tubes.
huge.
That's what I'm like, what am I gonna do with all this
of
stuff?
hamburger. I think you gave us like 40 pounds almost.
Oh
at
my
one-
God.
40 pounds of like hamburger meat the
He
one
doesn't
time.
eat meat that much, I guess, or
He
something.
doesn't eat the ground beef.
Yeah, he keeps steaks.
Yeah. Sometimes he'll hook me up with
All
a
right,
steak.
try it Tuesday. Make something with that and bring it in.
I'm not
Okay.
sharing my meat daddy with you.
Okay, let me throw y'all this one because I was saying off the air to Eric and I think Special K, we were having this conversation. Christina Applegate from Dead to Me. I feel like when you start watching a show and you get hooked on it and they're like, oh, next season coming. Like for the morning show on Apple Plus TV, they're going to do a third season, but it's been a long time since the second one finished. And as soon as that advertising comes out, I will make sure I'm on it to watch it. But when I watched Dead to Me on Netflix, I didn't get hooked on enough to like follow when is it coming out? When is it coming out?
Did you
When
just
is it
start
coming
watching
out?
this or something?
No, I watched the
been out
first
for years.
season. I probably watched
You
the
said you
first
watched the first
season
season.
a year out, like maybe a few months after it came out. I watched a little bit of the second season and it kind of didn't hook me for some reason as long anymore to be invested. But Christina Applegate got an Emmy nomination for her role in Dead to Me for season 3. And she's talking about how now that she has MS and she's public with it, she's not going to act after this now because the people on the set of Dead to Me were so great in accommodating her for her stamina and how tired she gets while she films. And like Eric said, I didn't notice it. I haven't watched season 3 that she sits a lot, I guess.
Yeah, they find
ways to
So
make
I read
her
about it,
comfortable.
and so you kind of watch that, and you see that
You notice, oh,
they'll put her on the couch more.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
notice
like
that.
pregnant, when you're pregnant and they have
You
a
have to hide
purse.
the belly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little
Behind the
purse.
counter, like Dumphy in Modern Family, she was hiding
oh yeah.
in the early seasons. I think what season she was hiding her belly the whole time.
Yeah, Christina Applegate said that the show for season 3 was written a year before she had any symptoms. So they had done the table read for this during the pandemic. And looking back, she said she'd been having symptoms for probably 5 years. But they were very, very unnoticeable and weird little things, like her leg would buckle on set. And she'd be like, oh, I'm just tired, I guess. And it wasn't until she started to feel numb in her feet that she went to the doctor and they told her it's, the neuropathy and it's, all the things went down that lane. And now she knows she has MS. So she said that after this, she doesn't, she came back to work. It was getting hard and hard. Her hands were shaking. She'd slur her words, all these things, but they were so accommodating to her to make it work
She's like, I'm done.
that she feels like I'm just going to be done now.
Yeah, good for her.
not gonna do it
Left
anymore.
on a high note if she gets an award.
Yeah, she
That's
gets
a
an
good
Emmy.
show.
I think Michael J. Fox, he finally said, I'm done acting as well.
Who else just retired today? What was it? Breaking Bad guy
Oh, Ryan Cranston said he's going to quit acting so he can just spend time with his wife.
Oh,
in 2026.
that's a loss.
But he said he wants to
because
go move to France.
He is an amazing actor in everything he does.
They say they want to move to France, but he moved it, unless you can, like if he doesn't speak French, do you really want to move to a country you can't speak
You
the
can
language?
you can get away with it. I mean, you've
Don't
been
you
to
learn it
Paris. I've been to
eventually?
Paris.
Yeah,
Plenty of people speak English.
been there, but I'm just saying to live there. Like it's
Yeah. I went to Paris and that's the one country that I always heard about this and it rang true. As long as you try to speak French, they'll be more accommodating. But if you just straight up go on English on them and you're like, no parler français.
like
And they're like,
a friend that moved somewhere, like
move.
even like London, and they're like, hey, when you come back, give me more Tylenol or do this. It's harder to get things.
Mm-hmm.
We're so used to having, Costco's and these big box stores and stuff here.
Yes.
You get spoiled a little bit.
And
then
you know
They
It's
don't
just-
have that there?
It's like
Not
little
like
small
here.
things you don't realize they don't have. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law live on the island of Santorini. And
Yeah.
when we go visit, she goes, please, can you bring me vitamin C gummy vitamins? She wants like the big thing of the vitamin C
They
gummy
don't have
vitamins. You get buy
Amazon?
one, get one at CVS.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an island.
How many people go to visit their families anywhere and have to bring an extra suitcase and they fill it with like popcorn or
We used to
or
bring
just-
Eric.
They
Yes.
take stuff from
My mom does that, and she just lives in
yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Imagine
Yeah,
if you
isn't
live
that funny, like, things
in
that you
Mexico.
want?
You go there,
Yeah.
you got to see your family. They
true.
want certain things.
That's actually a funny topic because when I was a little kid, my mom would always bring Kool-Aid to my cousins. Powdered Kool-Aid canisters, the plastic canisters of powdered Kool-Aid.
those, yeah.
Oh my God, when we were little kids, and I say little kids because we had to go one off, one on because there's so many of us to go to Greece, we couldn't always go to see our grandparents. But whichever kid it was, I remember my mom had one whole suitcase packed with things from America for her family. And for all my cousins, she would give them powdered Kool-Aid because they thought it was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Easy to just use your water.
Yeah.
And sugar.
There, yeah.
Powdered Kool-Aid.
That's all it really is. It's 99% sugar
It's delicious.
Thank goodness.
with some chemical
In
flavoring.
Kool-Aid it is?
Yeah.
Yes. Because
It's
you
not
think about
Gatorade.
the packet is so
So small,
tiny.
so tiny.
And then you put in like 2 cups of sugar.
Oh, I thought you meant like the actual packet had sugar in it. I
No.
thought it was
No.
just food coloring.
It's not much more than that.
You know what I mean? With like
flavoring?
a little bit of flavor, but isn't it just food
Like some of those
coloring?
like Lunchables, don't you get, or some of them you get those little packs?
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah,
dump
yeah.
in you
The little
dump
mini
in
bottle and the Kool-Aid stick.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen that.
And then you
Yeah.
don't add sugar or
And
anything.
that
It's the reloaded Lunchable box.
Yeah.
It has like a sub sandwich type looking thing in
All
there.
processed.
It has a bottle of water with a Kool-Aid envelope, and then it has
That's why
like
charcuterie boards are so big now. 'Cause
Yeah,
kids
'cause-
started out young with,
That makes
Lunchables.
so
Right.
much sense.
right?
the
I mean, think about
Lunchables of the 90s. The
does.
Lunchables of the 90s.
I never liked that. The meat was always wet.
Ew.
Lunchables?
It is.
Yeah.
That's slimy.
The turkey, it's not really slimy,
It's not-
but it could
it's a
get
little
slimy
bit.
if it was old.
The ham
It's
wasn't
wet.
slimy,
You're
it was
right.
wet,
It was
like
slimy.
a-
It was like a wet. It was slick.
Yeah, slick. I'm
Slick
like,
turkey on a cracker.
Like this is weird.
But I still
They had like a weird residue.
But I ate it and I liked it. Ugh.
Still liked it a lot. Okay, one last thing I'm going to throw at y'all. Bill Murray is dating Khalees. My milkshake brings on the bones in the ground.
He is?
Yeah.
He's 72 years old and she's 43. Apparently, this is the big story.
I went
today.
everywhere. That's all my algorithm kept showing me. I'm like, okay, I don't care.
He's been going to
Yeah,
her shows in the
yeah.
UK. They met up in the States before, which got people in the industry talking, and now they're meeting up in London while they're both here. They've hit it off.
That
Bill
is an
Murray and
interesting
Khalees.
combo.
72 and 43.
What do they have in common?
I don't know. He looks
Milkshake.
really old and she
Yeah.
looks
does look
He likes
amazing.
milkshakes, and hers brings the boys to the yard.
He's not
what he
even
likes.
funny anymore.
Now he is. I mean, it's just
Kind of a d-bag sometimes.
He's the guy, Eric.
He just
that every
shows
time
up
we've
in
asked the
random
question
places.
on the air. Who's the one celebrity that you met that disappointed you? Every time we've done that, I think the first time, 3 times we did that years ago. Bill Murray came up. People
why I
would
don't-
meet him, and he was not nice to them.
I don't want to meet Will Ferrell. I feel like he would be a disappointment.
Oh yeah.
Because I like him so much.
You
wanna be
expect him to
funny?
be on
Funny
all
when
the
you
guy.
see him on
time.
those talk shows, he's always on, but you know when he's off, he's like, no.
Just chill.
Get out of my face.
Yeah.
He's like the guy that got shot in the neck with a dart.
You just took a whole string to the face.
You're a horse trick collector. All right, it's Friday.
Awesome.
Open the phone.
If you've not seen Old School, look at that scene with Scott. What's his name?
Wait,
William
That was the guy
Scott.
who played Stifler in American Pie.
What was his last
William
name?
Patrick
Sean William Scott.
Sean William
That's what it
Scott.
was.
Yeah.
I knew his 3 names. 713-390-KRBE. That's 5723 on the phones. You guys give us a call. It's Open Phone Friday.
Talk about anything you want. 713-390-KRBE.
Next on the Rule and Ryan Show.
Stigmas around mental health were designed to hold us down, but we don't have to let them. If you're struggling, text or call 988 to connect with a trained crisis counselor who won't judge, just listen. 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Hope has a new number.
All of us have a role to play in promoting a mental health friendly workplace.
Whether we're a CEO, manager,
Coworker.
or someone with a mental health condition ourselves.
So what can I do to help?
Learn more at whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
Back to the Roula and Ryan Show.
It is Open Phone Friday. You can call us about anything whatsoever. 713-390-KRBE. That is our number.
That's 5723. KRBE is 5723 on your phone. And we're going to start this off with Beth, because I know that a lot of people listen to our show in different phases of life with their family. They're raising their kids, and they're in the car, and they have conversations about what we talk about and all the things. We meet everybody from everywhere. And I understand Beth has a touching story, so I want to hear what's going on with you, Beth. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, Beth.
Hey.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I'm so excited. I've never called in, but I've been listening to you since you were on that other station.
Wow,
that's
you
a long
are
time.
a hardcore Roula and Ryan Show fan, and we
I-
love you for
Roula,
it.
I remember your first roses.
Oh my
That's
God!
how-
Do you really? I remember it too.
Yes.
With
Where you said you were a college, that you did it when you were in college one time, and you were going to try it one time to see if it worked.
Isn't that funny?
I remember that.
It's crazy.
I remember the pilot that the wife called in, and it was her husband was a pilot, and he left on the card, let's put our tray tables and seats in their upright position.
Oh, my God. That is so corny.
That's
Good
awesome.
grief.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you have a great memory, Beth.
We should hire you to be our historian.
I know,
Yeah,
go through all
we
the
can't remember
books.
all that.
I don't know what we did Tuesday.
So, Beth.
Well, that's what I'm calling about. Y'all have. So back in January 2020, before the world went wacko, my mom went and had her colonoscopy done. Normal colonoscopy. You know, she wasn't having any issues whatsoever. No problem. I've got 3 kids. We were joking that we call her Noni, and that Noni was going to be farting all afternoon, you know. And so she went, she did it. I called her up because I talk to my mom every single day, every day. And I called her up to ask her how her colonoscopy went. And she was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry.
So no symptoms whatsoever, nothing wrong. And they gave her less than 6 months to live.
Wow.
And she made it all the way to 2:38, December 26th, 2:38 in the morning of just this past year.
Oh, wow.
So
she a lot longer.
So how long was that
Oh,
total
yeah.
from the 6 month?
From 2000 to 2000, almost.
Oh, from 2020 to 2022.
Yeah, 2020.
So
I mean,
2 years.
We say, in my family, we say 3 years. Even though
Okay.
it wasn't quite 3 years, she
Right.
was a couple of weeks shy. She actually was diagnosed on my husband's birthday,
wow.
January 13th. My
So,
husband and I,
right.
we both turned 40 that year. That was a crappy 40 year.
Yeah, I'd say
It was
so.
horrible. It was not fun. But I wanted to let y'all know that every day I listen to y'all every single day. I'm a teacher, and so I'm one of the early birds.
6
And
o'clock.
I listen to you. Yeah, I'm a 6 o'clocker, and I just want to let you know you made me laugh when times that I was crying. I would turn you on, and I would just start laughing from the things you said, and you know, listening to Ryan go through his cancer journey, and I'm so excited and thrilled that you're better. And even when you fell out of the plane, don't do that anymore. You know, I thank you so much for making myself and my kids, because my oldest just graduated high school.
Oh, wow.
But I have 2 other ones that are in the car, and we listen to y'all, and they would laugh too. And, you know, we might have been crying about something, but then I turn you on and they're laughing, you know.
That's awesome.
And so I just want to say thank you so much for making me laugh when I really needed it.
Thank you. You just made our day.
Oh, Beth. Well, you got to come
So
up here. We
sweet.
got to meet you.
Give me a big Rule and Ryan Show hug, Beth.
Yeah.
Are you
I
you
would
done in the
love to.
summertime? Are you, since you said you're a teacher?
Oh yeah, I'm a teacher. Yeah, I'm done. I have to still be a diehard 6 o'clocker because my middle one, Cole, is in cross country for Woodlands High School.
Oh, wow.
So they don't stop practice. They practice constantly. So I'm standing in a park because I've been running too, just to stay healthy. And
Good for
so,
you.
Well, when we put you on hold, we'll get Model to talk to you and figure
Yeah,
a
get
date.
some info. You guys can come up here.
Beth,
Come
that's
meet
so
ya.
sweet to share that story with us. And, you know, God rest your mama's soul. That's really one of those things that you're just like, no symptoms and what?
And she's fighting through cancer during COVID times. That's not an easy
during
time.
COVID, oh yeah, it was just, and you know, and now I hear that people can't get their chemo treatments because they're short again, and you know, people are dying because the supplies, they can't get their chemo. And I can't. My mom luckily was able to decide to stop chemo. You know, she fought the good fight, so she couldn't fight anymore. And you know, and she, you know, did not want to die on Christmas. She held out so hard to wait until the next morning, because we knew it was happening fast.
Pretty impressive.
What was your mom's first name, Beth?
Her name was Joan, and my dad called her Joni, and so
Joni.
that's why my kids called her Noni.
No,
That's cute.
Oh, that is cute.
I love it.
Oh, Beth, big Rule and Ryan Show hug. We hope to meet you. Thank you so much
don't
for
go
making
anywhere.
us part of your life.
Hold on, okay? I'm about to
Thank
get
you.
all your info.
Well, and tell everyone that they need to get their butts checked. It's not that bad.
Yes.
That's all we ever preached for the last 15
Get
years.
that colonoscopy, kids. Get that colonoscopy. Thank you,
I tell
Beth.
moms, hey, you get a whole day of being by yourself because your kids can't bother you because you're doing the prep. So you get a whole
Oh, yeah. You lose a little
yourself.
weight. That day you weigh
There you
yourself, feel
go.
good,
That's
feel
awesome.
clean.
Hang on, Beth. We're going to get your number off the air. That's a really sweet story. Thank you so much for sharing that on Open Phones Friday here on the Rule and Ryan Show at 713-390-KRBE. I understand that Michael has a challenge for Special K.
Oh, let's hear it.
Hi, welcome
Bring
to the
it.
Rule and Ryan Show.
Thank you, guys. I mean, I love your guys' show. I'm the guy that called in and took his first date to Bombshell. We're now married.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Romance or no chance, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
All right, what you got for Kev?
So I called last week, Special K, and I told you I want to have a voice off against you. I mean, I do the same stuff at my job. When telemarketers call me, I get excited. I answer. I give them a voice. I have a good time. We laugh our ass off. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And they always say you should go against Special K to see who can do more voices.
Now, have you recorded it?
On the line.
Have you recorded any of these?
I don't have the app yet. I don't know what app you use.
Kevin, what app do people need to get?
It's REV. It's Rev. REV.
I mean, I'll do like an Arnold impersonation when they call. You know, they'll call and I'll be like, "Oh, okay, please hold." And as soon as I put them on hold, I mute the phone. I come back and be, "Hello, what do you need? Why are you calling me?"
And they stay
show
on
me
the
your
phone.
leadership abilities, and then they'll just go. Then they'll just talk to me.
You're a
They
grown
won't
man.
stop.
At least Kevin's doing it to get paid.
Yeah, that's still fun.
No, I love it.
Hey, man,
Okay.
whatever gets you through the day, Eric, whatever makes you laugh through the day.
That's funny, though.
Okay, so
things in life.
download that app. You actually do have to put them on hold for about maybe 2 to 3 seconds while you three-way call the recorded line. So then it'll record it for you and then send it up here to us, to one of us, and we will get it on the air, possibly, if it's appropriate enough.
Yeah, if it's not.
Right, you got to keep it appropriate when you're on the phone with them, otherwise they hang up.
Yeah.
That is true. If you keep them on for long enough, then you can lean inappropriate towards the end because they're going to get mad anyway.
They'll say something bad.
Yeah. So, yeah, give it a try. I'd be happy to put it through the ringer over here and in front of our audience.
And then if you ever want to come up, you two can do Battle of Voices.
I mean,
what else do you have for a voice?
Your Brooks Dakota cracks me up because I'm from Wisconsin, and that's how they talk up there.
Well, funny you mentioned that because she will be making an appearance here in about 10 or 11 minutes.
Oh, wow, for the prank call.
I do that one. I do that one often. I'll be like, yeah, well, you know, I went to the store today and I bought the Camel cigarettes, don't you know? And maybe they gave me the cancer. I need the health insurance now.
That's how it is done?
And they just keep going. They'll be like, yeah, you know, it's just nothing out of pocket to you. I'll be like, yeah, I don't have anything in my pockets today, but maybe tomorrow, you know?
Yep. You guys say something about walleye?
That's
about walleye
awesome.
fishing.
Okay, Michael, challenge accepted. Now you know how to get that app, and you can send us one of your calls one time.
If you watch
I will
Fargo,
do that.
Fargo is just like what people in Minnesota and near Wisconsin talk like that. They do end of story. They say that at the end of the
end of story.
End of story.
Instead of just ending it, they have to say that.
Really? Michael, have a great day, sir. Thank you so much for listening. Go to the listener line if you have a question at 713-278-VENT, and maybe we can get to it.
We can do it at an 8 o'clock hour.
Oh, that's right. We're going to bring back Open Phones Friday.
We don't do it enough. I feel
why not?
Only the 6 o'clockers ever get to hear Open Phone Friday.
Yep.
I think we've done it one other time in the 8.
Let's give it to the 8 o'clock.
So the 8 o'clock hours
a
have
lot
a
of
chance
people waking
to.
up later in the summer.
Now,
Here we go.
time for the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
It is brought to you by Duncan. Over the next couple of days, Houston's air quality is predicted to be unhealthy for sensitive groups. Experts say that hot and sunny days like today, the pollution combined with car exhaust breaks down and forms ozone. So the best thing you can do is just stay indoors. Now, the weekend forecast is going to be hot. So yesterday, my God, those storms were horrible, and it looks like we might get them again on Saturday.
That's a weird storm where some people
didn't get
it, and some people had trees
Destroyed.
and light.
My power went out at 5 p.m. and it didn't come back until almost 1 a.m. Tens of thousands of customers were still getting their power on last night at 9 p.m. last night. More than 165,000 CenterPoint customers still had no power.
You got to give it to those, their team out there when the storm hits.
They're out there.
Hurricanes, they're out there that night or during, and
Some
everyone
on
gets
my block.
impatient. We're like, come on, you fix it. It's like, and they do it pretty fast for 160,000 people.
Yeah. The Toronto Blue Jays beat the Stros again, 3-2 last night. Alvarez left after one at-bat because of a sore right oblique.
Also, I saw jokes in the second or third inning batting for him. I'm like, uh-oh.
Jokes, he said, not jokes. Jokes.
Jokes.
Yeah.
Jokes.
It just sounded like
I
you
saw
said
jokes. I go, who's jokes?
Speaking of the
They're
Astros, the Astros are celebrating the LGBTQ community with Pride Night on June 20th as they face off against the Mets. The ballpark will have a pregame happy hour from 5 to 7. Yeah, it's going to be at the Michelob Ultra Club, along with special pregame ceremonies. The team will also have a Pride Night jersey that you can get for $25. While we're talking about Pride events, Houston's two professional soccer teams, the Dynamo and the Dash, are going to celebrate a weekend of Pride with back-to-back games, June 10th and June 11th at Shell Energy Stadium. Both events are going to highlight Houston area LGBTQ organizations and will include giveaways like Pride-themed jerseys, patches, and other merchandise. So a lot of Pride going on this weekend.
All right, now it's time for you, Texas Rangers. You're in first place ahead of us. Why don't you celebrate Pride?
Oh, yeah.
I think they're all not doing that this year.
No, they're not. The Rangers aren't?
Yeah.
The Rangers have not
reason
had
why
the
they
best
suck.
PR.
There's a difference between Houston and Dallas. I know they're Arlington, but still.
Yeah, they can't call them Dallas.
They're the Arlington.
That's why they call themselves Texas Rangers.
Because they're not in Dallas.
All right, Special K, what do you got coming up for us?
Besides Brooke Dakota, what's she talking about?
Well, 290, don't you know?
Oh, the bane of my existence. Oh, God.
you know?
We're cutting someone off from driving on that hellhole.
You got that
We're
right.
going to hear it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
It's Ram season, which means it's time to serve with Ram 1500, Ram 3500, and Ram TRX. Hurry in now for great deals on the trucks that are built to serve. Right now during Ram season, get 10% below MSRP on the purchase of a 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie. Not compatible with lease offers or with any other consumer incentive offers. Contact dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 5/31/23.